almost there. Screw it. Let's start it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Oh, looking for a game to capture. It's already launched. Shall we? Welcome, guys. How's it going? This is the first time that I've played Battlefront in I don't know how long. I feel like it's been a couple of years. A year. More than a year, for sure. Yeah. I'm excited. I was expecting to have to download a ton of updates and whatnot, but no. I mean, I guess maybe my EA whatever the hell it's called program automatically updates whenever I launch my computer. I have no idea, but yeah. Welcome, guys. Let's just sit back, relax, shoot the shit. Again, I haven't played Battlefront in a couple of years. I don't really do many streams and stuff like that nowadays, but I got an urge to just play some video games instead of just shooting the shit on the microphone. And this might only be a 30-minute long live stream. I don't know. Yeah, enjoy yourself. Welcome, guys. Persian, Michelle, what's up, Swish? No prequel memes allowed. Master Built, what's with these homies dissing my girl? Why do they got a front, Master Built? Why do they got a front? Oh, Evan, Oscar, Georges, Asa, Evan, Georges. Welcome, guys. How are the wife and kid? I see the NeoPixel lightsaber. Is in the background. Oh, yeah, in that looped video. It's currently super dark outside of my window in real life. But through the magic of editing, what the hell is going on? I can't move. I can't. What the hell? Slow internet connection. This might affect gameplay. I have gigabyte speed. What? So the first time that I'm gonna play. The first time that I play. What the hell is going on with my? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. The first time that I'm gonna play Battlefront, I'm gonna have major issues. It's not an internet issue, actually. It's my mouse isn't responding as if it's my face in the video game, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? What is going on with this? I've never had this happen before. I can't move. I can only move. This is very strange. Oh, well, this, yeah, okay. This is stupid. What the hell is going on, man? This might just turn into a regular live stream where I just shoot the shit. I have no idea what that was all about. That was very weird. I mean, like, this, if the mouse is, I don't know what to do. Adjust sensitivity. It makes no sense. Let's see. I'm gonna try this again. If it doesn't work, we'll just shoot the shit on microphone. Irvin, HelloGreedo playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 was not in my 2025 bingo card. I've just been itching for some video games lately, man. I played The Last of Us on the PC for about an hour last night. And I was like, you know, I got this big beefy rig that I built not too long ago. It's still doing it, man. It's still doing it. Like, I'm moving my mouse as far as I can right and as far as I can left, and I get, like, no window of movement. It's not a sensitivity issue at all. It's like it doesn't even recognize that I'm in a video game. It's trying to... It's trying... Am I in, like, windowed mode or some shit? No, full screen, borderless, windowed. Let's try something. Let's try something here. Keep video settings. Sure, why not? I don't give a shit. Let's see if this helps. No, doesn't help. Let's go back to full screen. Figures. It figures that the first time that I play Star Wars Battlefront 2 in years, I'm gonna have some bullshit like this happen, right? I'm like, in my head, yeah, you know, sometimes I'll launch a game and be like, you know, I'll check it out and mess with it and make sure I have my settings correct and it's good to go. But there was no reason to do that because I used to stream this shit all the time. I was just like, yeah, there's nothing I need to do. Same old game, right? Same old OBS, same old controls. Well, this fucking sucks. All right, so let's just hang out, listen to some tunes, and shoot the shit about life. How's that sound? Yeah? Anybody that's logging into this live stream and seeing the thumbnail and the title of this live stream is going to be absolutely going to be confused as hell, right? No, it's not normal. I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to deal with it right now. I guess I could restart the game. But I just had 30 people listening to me get frustrated. I'm just gonna sit here and shoot the shit with you guys. Welcome. It's been 8 months since you've played Star Wars Battlefront 2 according to your live streams. OLL, good to see you. HelloGreedo. Nice, Christopher. Thank you for clarifying that. 8 months. I would have guessed it was longer, but 8 months. Probably another 8 months before that. But, yeah. Switch to controller. Dude, I cannot play first-person shooters with a controller. Never have been able to. I've been playing FPS with a mouse and keyboard since 90... Well, when did Doom come out? When did Doom come out? 93? 94? Doom 1. 93, okay, so since 93 I've basically been playing FPS with a mouse and keyboard. I've never been able to do a controller. I don't know why. I try to do it from time to time. You know, the last time that I played a console game with a controller was probably the newer not the newer Wolfenstein, but like the Wolfenstein that came out on the Xbox One. And I played it with a controller. And it was fine, but like if I try to do multiplayer, I would get destroyed. Yeah, mouse and keyboard for me with FPS. I don't know how people play FPS with a controller. It's just like, I feel sluggish. I don't have as much control. I don't know. Yeah. Good chance to jump into another game like Dark Forces. That's true. I need to get the Dark Forces remaster. I wonder how much that is. Let's see. Dark Force... Oop. Not Drac Forces. Dark Forces. Remaster. 30 bucks? Still 30 bucks. Interesting. Yeah, I'm sure I'll end up getting that at some point. But, I mean, I do have the original Dark Forces, and I've streamed that quite a bit, actually. But the remaster would be cool. Shadows of the Empire is one that I've streamed so many times on here. But Oscar, good to see you, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. First super chat channel support of the stream. Oscar says, honestly, I'm no fan of The Last of Us show. I feel like there's a level of intensity and rawness and grit to the games that's missing in the show. Interesting. I like both. I'm a big fan of the show. I feel like they're very similar in tone, and maybe the biggest like separation is like last night I was playing Last of Us. Again, I stayed up till about 1 a.m. playing it, and there was a moment as I was sneaking around playing as Ellie in the cabin retreat or something, like where I have a bunch of people, like humans hunting me. And there was a moment where I was like, where is this dude? And I was like, I I knew there was like one guy left around here, and I was looking around, and I turned my head to the right, and out of like my monitor's peripheral vision on the left-hand side, I saw like a body run, and I was like, oh shit, and it gave me like a little jolt, like a chill, like an oh god, like a little adrenaline rush, and you know that grit, I guess you could call it, is always going to be missing from a show. There is that, you know, you are controlling this, you are a part of this, you know, you are the character, and you're inside the narrative. I don't think a show can ever capture that if a game does that really well. But I am a fan of the show. I think the show does a hell of a job. I guess maybe capturing the feel, the look of the game. The best, I personally think, is probably the best video game adaptation out there. That's a good question. Like, I challenge anybody: is there a better video game adaptation than The Last of Us? I mean, like every one that I can think of is ass. Like Doom, World of Warcraft, or Warcraft. I mean, the newer Mario movie was fun. I don't know. I have a hard time though with games like The Last of Us that have look, I crank that game on as easy as I possibly can, like the easiest level that I possibly can put it on, because I suck at stealth games. I don't have the patience. I don't care to learn the mechanics. I just like I try to sneak around a little bit, and then after a little while, I'm just like, fuck it, everyone's dying. Oh, Fallout, that's true. I've only seen the first episode of the Fallout show. I meant to continue it. Yeah, I need to continue that. I completely forgot about that show. But yeah, The Last of Us, it's great, but man, like the stealth mechanics in any video game, I suck. I've always sucked at that kind of stuff, and I don't know what it is, if it's a lack of patience or just, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, but I enjoy it. I enjoy The Last of Us. If the story wasn't as good as it is, I would have bailed a long time ago. Like every stealth game that I attempt to get into, or most of the time, I'm just like, I don't have the patience for this shit. Even like Metal Gear stuff, even a lot of Assassin's Creed stuff, like sneaking around. I can't get into it. I don't know why. Yeah. Oscar, thank you so much once again. Oscar says, to me, some of the movies that The Last of Us feel more The Last of Us than the actual show. Oh, let me read this again. Some of the movies that The Last of Us, No Country for Old Men, The Road, Children of Men, The Revenant feel more The Last of Us than the actual show. Interesting. I would agree with The Road. I mean, they're very similar. The Road, obviously, it doesn't have zombies and stuff like that, but the parts in The Road, or the parts in The Last of Us that have nothing to do with zombies, I think they're the best parts, of course, but in the game that have nothing to do with the zombies, I think The Road captures that. If you're comparing the two, I think it captures it perfectly. They're so similar. The tension. If you guys haven't seen The Road, I'm assuming most of you have. You should watch it. Viggo Mortensen. It's a gut-wrenching watch, but I mean, it's one of those movies that'll just. I mean, you will. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's like, just kind of makes you feel like shit, but it's a good movie. It's great. I haven't seen it in so long. When did that come out? Like 2009? The Road movie. 2009. Sometimes I'm good at this. Man, yeah, the road. Shit. Yeah, you guys, I'm assuming most of you guys have seen The Road. You should watch it. Pretty good. Pretty good. But anyway, I appreciate that, Oscar. Cheers, man. And yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of the show. Some of it is a little like certain. I don't know. Polished isn't the right word, maybe a little too like when they get into some towns and stuff where people are living a little normal, it just seems a little too upbeat, and I don't know, but I take it for what it is. I don't really I think it's a good show. But you know, anyway. Evans Media, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. The rumor is the Switch 2 is going to get revealed on Thursday. This is the first console I can buy day one with adult money. Hoping for Mario Kart 9 too. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, the Switch has been out for a while, right? Nintendo. When did we buy our Switch? I think we bought our Switch in 2019, I want to say 2019, which isn't that long ago, I guess. Let me see, when did it come out? It came out in 2017, is that correct? So yeah, I think we bought ours in 2019. Yeah, that's fun. I would love a new Mario Kart. We just bought. Well, I just say we just bought, but a couple months ago we bought like is it called the expansion pack for Mario Kart that includes all of the extra levels and shit like that. We bought that. It's fun. It's a fun game. And if there's any parents out there, Mario Kart's like the perfect game for like a younger kid. Our daughter's 6. And she was playing Mario Kart when she was like 3 or 4 too, because Mario Kart, and I don't know if you know this, when you hit pause, you can actually turn on certain settings for an individual player to automatically drive, automatically steer, and basically the kid's just holding the controller, and like if the kid is like steering, it'll kind of lay off a little bit. If the kid's accelerating, you know, it obviously won't accelerate. It'll let the kid accelerate. But like if it recognizes that the kid is not given a lot of input, not very good at this, it will steer them in the right direction and help them out. Which was a great thing to discover, because we had a lot of fun Mario Kart nights, and you know, if my daughter was just driving into the wall, that wouldn't have happened. She would have got frustrated. But yeah, the Switch is fun. I've had every Nintendo. The only Nintendo console that I've never owned was the GameCube. That's the only Nintendo console I've never owned my whole life. I had the original Nintendo, Super Nintendo, N64. Skipped over the GameCube for whatever reason. Had the Wii, had the Wii U. Now I have a Switch. Yeah. Never had a Game Boy though, growing up. Never once had a Game Boy. I did have a Game Gear, a Sega Game Gear, but never had a Game Boy. But yeah. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. And let us know if you get it, or I guess let us know if it's revealed. The next time that I discover that the Switch 2, When I find out the Switch 2 is revealed is probably going to be on a live stream 2 weeks after it's been revealed. That's how little I pay attention to things nowadays. I'll hop on and everybody's going to be like, holy shit, did you see that new Star Wars teaser for the new Nintendo Switch 2? Holy fuck. And I'll be like, no, I didn't. Thanks for letting me know. But yeah. I love Mario Kart, man. It's fun. Who doesn't, right? Who doesn't? I did, so the last, I haven't played my Switch. Oh, I take that back. I took my Switch to the station maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I was like, you know what? This thing never gets turned on. My daughter plays it like once a month. I'm just going to take the Switch to the station and play it during some downtime. And I bought the Angry Video Game Nerd 1 and 2 games, and they're pretty fun. I mean, they're a little frustrating and wonky and just kind of side-scrolling shooters, you know, but they're fun to pass the time. But anyway, not playing anymore. Video games in general, I just don't have much time, man. I played The Last of Us last night for an hour, and that was the first video games that I've played. That was any gaming that I've played 2 or 3, maybe 4 weeks. I go in spurts. I just, you know, around the holidays I worked a lot, and you know, just sometimes I go into like a month without playing a video game. Sometimes I go a month with playing a bunch of video games. But you know, right now the past 3 months or so I've been in a gaming drought. Haven't really played much at all. But Vince, thank you so much for being a member for 64 months. That is insane. Hope you are doing well. Vince says, movie quote you say at least once a week. I think probably my most frequent movie quote is, I've been saying it. And I've been saying it. I've been saying it for 10 damn years, and I've been saying it, Miguel. For whatever reason, I say that quote so many times. Like, just, I've been saying it. I told you, I've been saying it, and I've been saying it, Miguel. I just, it's not even a good quote. It's just like, whenever I say, told you so, or like, I said it, that quote pops into my head. I'm assuming everybody knows what that's from, and I'm not some weirdo. Does anybody know what that's from? Whenever anybody says sugar, of course I'm going to say sugar and water. More. But I would say, as weird as it is, I've been saying it, and I've been saying it, Miguel. I've been saying it for 10 damn years. That's probably the movie quote that I say the most. And don't know why. Don't know why. Been saying it for 10 damn years. Yeah. I've been saying it. I've been saying it for 10 damn years. Ain't I been saying it, Miguel? Or it's good. It's good. It's good. I say it's good. It's good. A lot from Christmas Vacation. It's good. It's good. Yeah. No, it's from Independence Day. I've been saying it. I've been saying it for 10 damn years. Ain't I been saying it, Miguel? That's from Independence Day. Randy Quaid. Sugar, water, sugar and water more. Yep. We're not hosting an intergalactic kegger. That's a great movie. Men in Black is a movie. It is one of the movies that I'm like most excited to show our kid. It's so weird and goofy and fun, and I just think it's like, it's such a fun, weird, adventurous little movie that is just so full of imagination, and I remember watching it when it came out and just being, and it still holds such a special place in my heart because it's so full of imagination, you know. Yeah, it's one of those movies that it's so, I mean, I never force my daughter to watch anything. Like, she's into her own shit, right? But the day that I say, hey, do you want to watch one of my favorite movies of all time? And she goes, sure. Okay, we're popping in Men in Black. Have you ever heard of Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones? No, who are those fine gentlemen? Well, let me introduce you to them. It will be a very happy day for me. Yeah, I remember seeing it in the theater. I remember buying the CD, the soundtrack. Yeah. Good times, man. Good times. Oh, not playing anymore in terms of Battlefront 2. The game I haven't played it in 8 months apparently. It worked fine. Now it doesn't work at all. Like, I tried to fire it up and my cursor wouldn't work. Like, my mouse wouldn't work. It wouldn't register. I don't know. I'll have to deal with it another time. I don't want to figure it out live on stream, you know? I feel similar about The Force Awakens. Oddly, I'm so nostalgic for that movie. Simon Good. Yeah, for sure, Simon. I completely get it. I'm nostalgic for that movie too, and that time period. You know, it was 10 years ago, which is insane. That is insane that was 10 years ago. Almost 10 years ago. And it was just, you know, 10 years ago, I was 28. Yeah, 28 years old. No, it would have been 29. Yeah, I would have been 29 when the movie came out. The movie came out in December, right? So I would have been 29. And it was just, you know, me and my wife still lived in our first house, downtown Jacksonville. Just completely free, traveled a lot. Just good nostalgic times, getting excited for a Star Wars movie. Had this silly YouTube channel, making really off-the-wall, oddball shit. Yeah, I'm very nostalgic for that time period and that movie for that reason, you know. It's fun. But yeah. She enjoys Men in Black, you need to get her a toy version of the Neuralizer. Yeah. There you go. Hypnotizer. Neuralizer. I should pull up those lyrics. Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much once again, man. Oscar says, what if Jar Jar was an MIB? Imagine the Will slap. I feel like if Men in Black came out after The Phantom Menace, Jar Jar Binks would have appeared in that wall of aliens. Do you know what I'm talking about? In Men in Black, they have the wall of like, it's like security camera footage, you know? Let me look that up. Men in Black aliens screens? How would I... there we go. Yeah, there's the wall of aliens that like Men in Black are monitoring. And I feel like if the Phantom Menace came out before Men in Black, then Jar Jar Binks would probably pop up on there. Or maybe Jar Jar would have like a little cameo, you know, as a background character walking around in the distance at the terminal, you know. But I've always loved that like the aliens that are visible in the background of like, you know, that they're monitoring. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm curious who they have. Let's see. Reference. You never know. Men in Black. Okay. So they have Spielberg, George Lucas, Sylvester Stallone, Al Roker. I'm trying to figure. I should probably find. I can't see. Newt Gingrich. Okay. I can't really tell who the others are. Probably should get a list. Whatever, I'll look it up. That's just always that's always just been funny to me. Anyway. Yeah. I love that movie. Deeply. Being a Star Wars fan since I was little. This is Asa Morgan. Being a Star Wars fan since I was little and missing out on the prequels coming out, I was one of the only Star Wars fans around, and then that Force Awakens hype time came around, and it was awesome. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was a super exciting time. I don't feel like we're ever going to see that level of excitement again. Just because, you know, when it came to releasing Star Wars stuff, there was like a pace to it, you know, or there was a lack of content. Yeah, you could play the video games, you could read the books and stuff like that, but there really weren't any shows. The movies were very spaced apart. You know, Revenge of the Sith came out in 2005. The Force Awakens came out in 2015. So there was a good block of time where, you know, we just, there wasn't much coming out, and there's this anticipation and there's this build up, and that, I just feel like that doesn't really exist anymore. Now it's been like 6 years since the last Star Wars movie in the theater, which is kind of cool. 2019 is when the last one came out, which blows my mind that it's already been that long. Maybe, I think that blows my mind more than The Force Awakens being 10 years old. The fact that the Rise of Skywalker came out that long ago, that feels like it was yesterday. That's insane. But like, yeah, I lost my train of thought, damn it. Yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah. I just don't think we're ever going to see that level, that big build-up anticipation again. You know, because we have so many shows, and Star Wars is always there, and kind of like, you know, you pop on Disney Plus, and boom, something new Star Wars is coming out. And, you know, it's kind of nice for it to kind of like retreat back a little bit as a franchise, and then boom, it bursts out once again, and we all get excited. You know, it's a wave that comes in and out, and a wave that, you know, comes and goes, and that's kind of how Star Wars always was. And maybe that's just me as an older dude talking how Star Wars used to be, and things have just changed, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like for me, I just don't get as excited as I used to for stuff, because, you know, it's always there, you know. Yeah, anyway. And yeah, so I was 13 when the Phantom Menace came out, and I mean, like, I remember the build up. I remember the hype. It was fun to be a part of, but it crashed pretty quick. Like, I still obviously saw Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith when they came out in the theater. I was excited. I dressed up for the Revenge of the Sith as Greedo. That's why I had that Greedo mask back in the day. But like, my excitement plummeted pretty quick after the Phantom Menace, and a lot of people's did as well, you know. So it's just, you know, the build up is a lot of fun. To say that, that's what's always funny to me, man. Like, people say Star Wars is dead, Disney's killing Star Wars. I mean, I get it. There's a lot that I don't like. I don't like the majority of stuff that's come out in the past 10 years. But guess what? It was the same back in the day. I didn't like the majority of shit that came out, you know, from 99 to 2005. So, like, to say that it's any different these days than back then, I mean, maybe you just liked the shit back then because you were a kid, right? I'm sure the kids nowadays are going to like the shit that came out that you don't like now that you're a grown-up. Like, I don't know. Star Wars is dead. Okay, that's what they were saying in fucking 1999. Shut up. Stupid. Disney's killing Star Wars. All right, fine. You don't like the new shit, fine. But that's what we were saying back in 99 too. Rinse and repeat. Same shit. Now you can monetize that perspective. Now you can get that rage flowing. Now you can make 100 videos in a month talking about how your favorite franchise is dying. And that can be your livelihood. Oh, thank Christ it's not mine. Do you think the hype was bigger for the Phantom Menace or the Force Awakens? That's a really good question, Jack. I really don't know. So there were very different hypes, right? So I was so excited for the Phantom Menace, super excited, you know, and then saw it and didn't really have a desire to ever see it again. I mean, I'm very nostalgic for that movie nowadays just because of the time period. I was 13 and blah, 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 blah. I'm more nostalgic for that time period and that build-up and the idea of the movie, right, rather than the movie itself. The build-up for it was just exciting because, you know, this is the first Star Wars movie we've had since 1983. It's been so long, and like, oh my God, what is it going to be? Holy shit. And then it was, for the majority of us that were alive then, it was a disappointment. The hype and the anticipation for The Force Awakens was almost like my generation and older. And this is broad strokes here. I'm generalizing here, but like it was the hype for that movie, The Force Awakens, was almost like a hype for a resetting of the fast and fun franchise that we once knew, you know. It was kind of like an opportunity for maybe us to get a Star Wars movie that, you know, felt as adventurous as what we remembered seeing when we were kids with the original trilogy, you know. So like the hype being alive for both of those movies and both of those hypes. That's a weird word. They felt very different. And I don't really know how to describe it, but yeah. Mando Man, did you ever play the Dark Forces remaster? It's so much fun. The new controls are great. No, we were just talking about that not too long ago. And I wanted to pick it up. I'm tired. I played Dark Forces so many times. It's one of those things like if I hadn't played Dark Forces from start to finish, like I don't know how many times I've beaten that game, right? Then I would probably have a huge desire to get it. But for whatever reason, like I'm not jumping at the bit to buy it. And it looks great, and I'm sure it would be way easier to run, and you know, I wouldn't have to run it on DOSBox and shit like that. But $30 is kind of steep, in my opinion. I would rather spend... I don't have Helldivers 2 yet. I'd rather put that $30 toward Helldivers. You know what I mean? If it was $10, yeah, that's not going to happen though, right? But, I don't know. If you guys ever see it on sale, let me know. Yeah? Deal? Maybe I could buy one of those codes from one of those websites that people always say are nefarious. Never done that before. Maybe I could. No, maybe I could find it. Maybe I'll look. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, shit. Anyway. Alright guys, that's it for me. Trying to think, what else? So, yeah, the last time that or the next time that I stream will probably be work tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. I might do it. Well, no. Oh shit, I don't know. The next time that I stream is probably going to be next Wednesday, honestly. So, yeah. Anyway. That's it for me. I'm working on a video right now. Hoping to have it up by the end of the month. You know how that goes. But, anyway. What's up, the Commie Killer? Hey, Greta, you played the new Indiana Jones game at all? When it first came out, I picked it up on Game Pass, and you know, I have a brand new beefy PC, 4080 Ti, just really great computer, can run anything on max setting, and I installed the game, and it looked so bad. And then I looked at the graphics settings and it was all low. So I changed it all to like ultra and made the resolution correct. And, you know, I confirmed those settings, and then it still looked like shit. It looked like I hadn't changed the settings. It looked like low settings. And no matter what I did to the resolution or the graphics settings, it just kept looking like shit. It didn't even change the resolution. It didn't even change the graphics. Like, it would just look bad no matter what I did. So I haven't tried it in like weeks. Maybe they've updated it. Maybe they've patched whatever issue I've had. But yeah, we'll see. So I would love to give it another shot. I'd love to get back into streaming games and stuff. It's been a while since I've done that kind of stuff. Yeah, it'd be fun to. Oh shit! It'd be fun to start streaming random games like that again. You know, it's been a while. But anyway, I appreciate all you guys tuning in tonight. Let's see. Activate product on Steam. Ah, there you go. All right. I have Dark Forces remastered now. Sweet. All right, I'm installing that, and I guess the next time that I do a stream, I'll play some Dark Forces remastered. You know what sucks is that I haven't beaten Jedi Survivor. I've played like 15 minutes of Outlaws. Like, it sucks, man. Like, I don't know. I'd love to be able to sit down for 5 hours and just play some video games and on a live stream, you know, but just can't. Maybe I'll utilize my days off and just do long video game live streams, just kind of make some coffee and hang out for a while. We'll see. Anyway, Oscar Rodriguez, thank you so much for coming in with the final super chat and channel support. If the 3 Jedi ghosts show up, what would you say? What would I say? Oh man, what's your world like? What's the Force Ghost world like? Are you just bumming around the galaxy, exploring planets? I don't know. I don't know what I would say. I don't know. How does it work? Why do you look so young? Why aren't you Sebastian Shaw? I'd be more curious about like what they see. How do you appear and reappear and disappear? Where do you go when you're not here? What is the Force world like? I would have a bunch of questions like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. That reminds me, Oscar, I've always wanted to get that Sebastian Shaw Force Ghost. eBay. Let's see. I've always wanted that on a shelf. Anakin Sebastian Shaw. Do they have it? They have a Force Ghost pack. Yeah, here we go. You can get it's a power of the Force. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but I've always wanted it, and they have them out of the box, which I would want. Yeah, I don't give a shit about the box. It's like these light bluish green translucent action figures that are Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Anakin. Sebastian Shaw Anakin, not Hayden Christensen Anakin. And these action figures, the Force Ghosts that appeared at the end of Return of the Jedi. And I've always wanted these because I think, I don't know, it's cool. Like, maybe I'll get them one day. The cheapest one right now is $15. That's not bad at all. $15 still in the box? I mean, $8.99 shipping, but whatever. I don't have a shelf. Oh, that's cool though. Anyway. Oh, here we go. Maybe this is the one that I'm looking at. I thought there was a Sebastian Shaw. Here's a 1998 Star Wars Anakin Skywalker Masterpiece Edition 13-inch figure and hardcover book. And it's Anakin, Sebastian Shaw Anakin in a robe, which you never see him like that. It's just, I mean, I guess at the end, well, not in color. I thought they had a tall Force Ghost Anakin, but I could be wrong. Anyway. Anyway, I gotta get going. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Thanks to Oscar and Vince and Evans for coming in with the channel support this evening. Sorry about the Battlefront not running tonight, guys. I'll figure that shit out. But anyway, stay safe out there. The next time that I stream will probably be over a week from now, probably next Wednesday. But stay tuned. Maybe I'll have a video up before then. We'll see. All right. Have fun. Be safe. And I will catch you on the flip side. See ya.